In Lesson 1, you will learn what is a concussion, why children are at increased risk, and the leading causes of concussion in sports. A concussion is a type of traumatic brain injury, or TBI. It is caused by a bump, blow, or jolt to the head, or by a hit to the body that causes the head and brain to move rapidly back and forth or twist. This quick movement of the head can cause the brain to bounce around in the skull, creating chemical changes in the brain and sometimes stretching and damaging brain cells. A concussion affects how the brain works. Unlike a bruise or a broken arm, you can't see a concussion. That's why most people with a concussion will have a normal CT, MRI, or X-ray. So why should coaches learn about concussion? There are 3 key reasons. The first reason is that a child's brain is particularly at risk for the chemical changes that occur in the brain due to a concussion. Researchers also point out that a child's brain and body are still developing. This can put them at risk for more serious injury. The second reason coaches should learn about concussion is because if a concussion is not identified early and cared for properly, it can lead to serious health problems, affecting how an athlete thinks, acts, feels, and learns. The third and final reason is that many sports programs do not have an athletic trainer or team physician at all games and practices. This means that coaches are often the person responsible for spotting a possible concussion and taking action if one occurs. Learning about concussion can help you keep your athletes safe and healthy. Concussions can happen in any sport, but are more common in certain sports. So you may be wondering, how likely is it that one of my athletes will get a concussion? As many as 15%, or about 2.5 million high school students, report having a concussion from a sports or recreational-related activity within the last 12 months. Some sports and activities place athletes at greater risk for concussion. These include sports in which collisions are common, such as football, soccer, ice hockey, and basketball. 2 out of every 3 concussions that occur in high school sports result among athletes colliding or running into each other. Every sport is different. Do you know the leading cause of concussion in your sport? Take a moment to think about it. When you are done, click on the images to see if you were correct. Concussions can also happen outside of sports activities. In fact, the leading causes of concussions and other traumatic brain injuries among children are falls at home and car crashes. Remind athletes that they need to report a possible concussion to you, even if it happened outside of sports. That way, you can ensure they follow the proper steps to safely return to sports activity when they're ready.
Audio Jungle.